was on that staff for Loyola Chicago. We talked about them on the side of Drake. He was on that staff that made the Final Four in 2018 from the Missouri Valley Conference.
He was also the Scholar Athlete of the Year when he was playing at Southern Illinois, and Marcus Demance got that notoriety this year. So I asked him about that, and I said, do you compare notes on any of that kind of stuff? And he says, well, Marcus really gave it to me because he's won it 2 years in a row. I only got it once.
Competition never stops. Darnell Brody against Clarence Rupert to take the tip. Drake wins it. Underway. Semifinal number 2 for the right to face Bradley for the Mountain West, or the Missouri Valley Conference Championship.
Well, defense immediately. Southern Illinois looking to deny that inbounds pass to the sideline, and they get possession.
All right, so you have Drake. They're coming in off of a 74-62 win against 7-seed Murray State. And that was close in the first half. Drake found that separation second half. Southern Illinois, what a game it was against Missouri State. Missouri State took the lead early, had a 13-point advantage. Salukis came back. Jones banks in a 3 for Southern Illinois. He needed that one.
He did not intend to bank that shot, I guarantee you.
He was just 1 for 11, 0 of 5 from 3 against Missouri State.
The strength of the defense is the guards on this team. They are 2 of the best at stealing the basketball. Xavier Johnson and Lance Jones, number 10 and number 5. Johnson played great the other day when they came from behind to win it. That is he with the basketball. Senior, transfer from George Mason. Very, very heady player.
Experience from the portal. Damask penetrates inside. Floater is short. Darnell Brody boxes out for the rebound.
Both post guys that are in the game right now. One from Newark, New Jersey. One from Philly. Both 6'8", 250-ish.
Heavyweights. Salukis running. Newton back to the top. Johnson for a 3. Perfect.
They got back to the hotel last night after their win at 11:30 at night. We were on a Zoom call with Coach Mullins early today, and I asked him about the recovery. And, you know, they have lots of ways, but he said the best thing is for rest. I even think some guys may have had IVs or were getting cramps.
Imagine, though, coming off of a thrilling victory like that late at night, it's hard to get some rest after that and go to sleep.
Yeah, and
wired.
Yeah, your mind is going, and you're juiced up like that. This looks like how the first game began.
Indeed. And Indiana State came out hot. Salukis come out hot in this one. Jones with that next 3. Sturts underneath. Some contacts. Fouled by Marcus Damask.
Great start for Southern Illinois from deep. Terrific passing. Notice that ball fake to the side by Xavier Johnson to get the defense off him. And then right there, Lance Jones, that's his thing. He has unlimited range, although he only shoots about 29% from 3. See this guy on the line right here? He is the leading rebounder in the history of Drake at 6'3".
Wow.
You talk about a tough hombre. Garrett Sturts is that.
In fact, of the 37 teams that have been in the Missouri Valley Conference all time, he is the shortest one to lead a program in all-time rebounds.
He's one of those 1,000-point scorers. Coming into the tournament, he had 1,362 points. Wilkins had 1,500, and Roman Penn had 1,358. Of course, Tucker DeVries has had over 1,000 in just 2 years.
They get Rupert on that last foul, by the way, his first. Lance Jones, he's feeling it off the front iron.
Look at this full court pickup. This can be annoying. They are small with these 3 guards in there. But that is the strength of their D.
Every dribble seems to be contested. Penn flips, Sturts, turns the corner, and draws the contact again. So an 85% free throw shooter will go to the line for 3 and 4.
Hard drive right here, body contact everywhere. Is that Rupert's second?
It is.
We talk about Drake and their experience, and they have 5 guys who shoot better than 80% from the free throw line. 5 guys. Penn at 82, DeVries at 85, Wilkins at 81, Sturts at 84, and Sadar Calhoun at 82. That's doing some work.
No question. So J.D. Mula comes in to replace Rupert with the 2 fouls.
That's not good news for them. Rupert, of course, is the starter and much more experienced than Mula.
Mula had 8 boards against Missouri State.
He's a big, strong guy, no doubt about that. That's the second time he did that. Ball fake to the side, the defense moves, he gets it open from the top of the key.
Brody crashing to the floor as it was trying to set a screen. That pick, DeVries lines it up. Well short, looked off as soon as it left his hands.
Johnson has the unenviable task of guarding Roman Penn. Roman Penn is not as quick as Johnson, but he is really a guy who seldom gets out of control.
Look at that. Johnson bounce pass underneath. There's J.D. Moonen off the bench for the first bench points of the game.
I'm impressed by the speed. You watch these guys on tape and on video and watch some of their game. I watched their game yesterday. But boy, up close and personal from half court where we are, they are super quick.
Wilkins, high volume 3-point shooter. That might have been tipped by Newton.
No doubt. Shot clock still running.
DeVries, weight room, fade away. Front rim. Brody the board, floats it home. So the Seton Hall transfer getting some second chance points.
They need him in this game. The defense of the perimeter guys of Southern Illinois are going to take a lot away from the perimeter game of Drake in this game. Tucker DeVries might want to get inside and post also.
Just 5 to shoot. It'll have to be Johnson. Dances with Sturts. Sturts throws it away. Shot clock violation. Wow.
Nice D by Sturts. Because Johnson is no joke.
Valley semifinal number 2 underway with a 3 seed up.
This is Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. Please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off. Root to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. 200 milligrams of caffeine, electrolytes, and 0 sugar. Start fast with Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
At Ariat, we design boots with a lot more than your feet in mind. Light in weight, but heavy in features that are easy on your back and reduce the wear and tear on your entire body, so you can devote more craft and care to your entire job. Full body support Ariat work boots. Boots done right for work done better. Learn more at ariatwork.com or a retailer near you.
4 delicious pieces of chocolate, 3 crisp wafers, 2 layers of sweet Kit Kat filling, 1 incredible break. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Now served up in birthday cake.
Don't miss champions. A coach that can't win.
I am your court-mandated basketball coach.
I'm your homie with an extra chromie.
A team that can't lose.
Let's show those guys what champions are made of.
Look at you.
They respect me.
Champions. Rated PG-13.
You're watching Bracket Week, presented by Kubota. Missouri Valley, Southern Illinois with a lead thanks to three-point gunning.
That was deep. That was very deep. Johnson and Jones, the J&J boys, are shooting J's from deep. And take a look at what their two-point field goal percentage shooting this year, 56, very good. 3-point 32, not bad. 10th in the league, though. The total 6th in the league. Brian Mullins, what a great player he was, man. Watching him play and doing his thing.
Now, Coach, I've worked with you a good amount this year. One of the things you've taught me is, hey, percentages aren't everything. Hey, I'm listening to you. So you saw the percentage there for Southern Illinois, three-point percentage. Okay, it's near the bottom of the conference. But they shoot so many, that volume of threes that they get up may be more important than the percentage.
Yeah. And sometimes that helps you two-point percentage because what happens is people guard the three very tightly, and with their quickness in the backcourt, those guys can get past people and get to the lane.
Darnell Brody whistles the ball is inbounded, and that's a foul.
I am so glad to see number 4, Connor Enright, in this game. Number 4 in white got hurt yesterday. He went down and didn't play the rest of the game. And he told me right before the game, Chris, when we were setting up, that he's 100%. And he is very, very quick and gives them some high energy at the offensive end, too.
Great coach. Three-pointer off to the right from Xavier Johnson. Yeah, one of the things that Drake coach Darren DeVries told us, he gets speed off the bench.
Yep.
Connor Enright, Nate Ferguson when he comes in, that's quickness.
And Calhoun, all three of those guys.
Evan with more.
Yeah, guys, Connor Enright dealt with some dizziness and was lightheaded. That's why he had to leave that game yesterday. He was evaluated here at the Enterprise Center by team doctors and doctors at the facility. But he was also recommended to a local St. Louis hospital. He's evaluated again this morning. He's been cleared multiple times for this game, which is obviously a great sign.
Big boost for DeVries. Big guy.
Nice out-of-bounds play. I think he should be in the lane more in this game. They don't have size to deal with him. He's got great moves when he gets it in there. And we can see Brody already has taken advantage. 2 fouls on Rupert to start the game. Their center. This guy hasn't gotten off yet. They're double teaming Marcus Damask.
Works out to a three-pointer. Trent Brown can't connect.
There's Calhoun. He was great yesterday. He doesn't score much, but they were really having trouble guarding the quickness of Murray State, and he got in the game and shut people down.
He can hit a three as well. Sadar Calhoun.
Thank you, Sadar. That's a bonus.
Started 3 of 3 from 3 since have missed their last 4. It's triggered a Drake 9-0 run.
They got more quickness with Sadar Calhoun and Enright in the game.
Lance Jones, he shoots a lot of contested threes. That won't be the last one.
That's why his percentage is in the 20s instead of the 30s.
That's quick. Rise and fire. Too much on the bank shot. Valley all defense. Xavier Johnson commits an offensive foul.
Look at him on the floor.
Enright.
Look at Connor right now on the floor, man.
You think he's glad to be in this one?
Oh, you gotta love it. Watch Connor Enright giving people trouble.
He's ready to go in the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference semifinals.
CBS celebrates Women's History Month. Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley Guarantee.
For Imprint, this is Lisa. Hi, I'd like 50 welcome wows and 300 customer I love it.
Promotional products from 4imprint are certain to deliver ooh yes.
Wow.
I love it. Find some wow now at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
To continue with my business and at the same time to be able to improve myself. I was like, okay, I'm on board.
On Coursera, you can earn a bachelor's degree and find over 5,000 courses and certificates from world-class institutions. Join for free at Coursera.org.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Kubota. Together we do more. And by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
Drake, early 2-point lead a moments ago. Evan Washburn with their head coach, Darren DeVries.
Well, Coach, out of the gate, a little slow start offensively against obviously a challenging defense. What'd you figure out here to get some momentum going offensively?
Yeah, I thought offensively they were getting into us a little bit, caught us back on our heels. We were able to get downhill a little bit more, get some ball screens, get it side to side, got some better opportunities.
What are your priorities on your defensive end?
Just continue to be tough, physical, right? Keep them out of the paint the best we can. And then we've done a pretty good job of that. They had a few threes early, but I think we've settled in now.
Coach, thanks.
You bet.
As you look at Drake, hey, they were a team that were right in it for the regular season championship until the last game of the Valley regular season where they lost on the road to Bradley. This is a team that had won 10 regular season games in a row before that loss.
Yeah, and Bradley had 9, I think, at the time, and now they're at 12. 12 straight for Bradley.
Drake and Bradley are the front runners. Neck and neck. Trying to meet Bradley as Drake in the championship. Enright, who just took the charge last possession. Moving screen called on Nate Ferguson.
I have never seen so many moving screens called. There must have been 7 or 8 of them in the first game. And right here he is. I mean, he's moving his body outside his cylinder, which is also, when you lean like that, that's always going to be called. Banks number 3 also in. They are doing a good job on demand so far. And a nice pass.
Moolah money. Marcus Damask, see his numbers from the quarterfinal. Player that leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists for the 2nd straight season. DeVries misses a 3.
Yeah, he's a player, no doubt about that, and he is explosive as well. He gets down very low, uses his legs to really create space.
Dalton Banks off the Salukis bench.
DJ Wilkins, number 0 in white, is a 3-point shooter.
Enright hounded. DeVries wants the high screen. Ferguson rolls, gets it on the roll. Poked by Brown. Great rotation. Southern Illinois. They won 20 games for the first time since 2017. Come in 23-9. Damask fades short. Wilkins between the legs. DeVries steps into it. Bullseye.
That is from Clark Street. The intersection of Clark Street and 14th. Right outside the Enterprise Center.
I mean, he almost made it from the arch on the court.
Nice switch. Calhoun on demand's pretty good.
Jones zooms, knocked away. Wilkins saves.
Good save.
Tucker DeVries just hit a three. The Larry Bird Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year.
Shoot it, Tucker. Tucker, right there.
Crossover, step back, hop back, bang!
When you get your feet underneath you, it gives you lift. And you can shoot from further out. Nice play by Sadar.
A lot of rhythm on that Sadar Calhoun three-point shot, a 35% three-point shooter.
Okay, watch this.
The mass against Ferguson, high off the back of the rim.
Nice D by Ferguson, huh? He's a pretty athletic guy. He can really run.
And right bounces. Ferguson receives. Drake playing with pace. Wilkins a rainbow three. Pure.
1,540-something points. That guy can shoot it.
All-time leader in made threes for Drake.
Love Wilkins from deep. Experience.
Over the years, I've seen what loyalty can do for business. These people have helped me build this company from the ground up. And I want them to know how much I value their commitment. So I'm doing what I can to help secure their future. Because true loyalty goes both ways.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen, girl.
Voltaren, the joy of movement.
Check it out. Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
We should probably drink these fast.
I love that we both got an awesome network and save money doing it.
I know, $25. I love that it's guaranteed for 3 years.
Hey, we're sitting on a sign here.
Switch and get Welcome Unlimited for $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. Verizon.
Your wellness is your journey. And with almonds, an excellent source of magnesium.
Do you have to do that every time?
I do, because I'm an excellent source of magnesium to help support immunity. Whoa, whoa.
Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
Gotcha.
Make sure to tune in to the 2023 Reese's College All-Star Game on CBS Sports Network, presented by Walmart, March 31st, live 4:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on CBS Sports Network. It's a 9-0 run for the Drake Bulldogs.
Three-point shooting is the name of the game with that. What a nifty pass and a deep, deep three, and then the backup by Calhoun knocks it in. And then, of course, this is what you would expect from Wilkins. Watch the follow through. Beautiful.
The Drake Bulldog maybe doesn't look as energetic, but then again, that was a lot of threes, a lot of made baskets in a short stretch. So you need to make sure you take the opportunities to rest when you can, because there might be a lot of cheering as the game moves on.
Marcus Damask has 0 points with 8 minutes left to go in the first half, and he averages 17. Not getting a lot of open looks at all. Being double teamed, much like Mast in the first game. He is now on the bench. D'Amico is in the game, number 23, who played very well yesterday.
D'Amico's 3 halfway down.
I like Brody back in the game. He was very effective early.
And scores mentality. Floats it.
Mr. Pull-Up. That's my name for him. Mr. Pull-Up. Shoots threes, but man, he gets to the lane and just stays on balance.
Let's go to Evan.
You mentioned Marcus Damas. Slow start to this game. Learned before tip that he's dealing with a left ankle injury. Hasn't practiced at all. Obviously, big night last night, but a quick turnaround. Suffered that injury on Wednesday at practice, so it could be bothering him less than 24 hours in a physical matchup.
Very interesting.
Keep an eye on that.
That is. If he is like that, it's going to affect his speed and explosiveness, which is his biggest asset.
Could use every bit of it against a tough Drake defense. A big collision. Garrett Sturtz hits the ground hard. He's feel like he's been on the deck 3 or 4 times already. All right, so this is Marcus Damas, and what he means. For the 2nd straight year, he's led the team in scoring, rebounding, and assists.
Yeah, and his numbers, 45%, 35%, and 87% from the free throw line. He clearly is the best player on this team and one of the best in the league. Garrett Sturtz is playing very quickly, as you can see, and he's getting to the free throw line. That's his 5th free throw already in this game. And he shoots 84 from the charity stripe.
Coach Darren DeVries told us that Sturtz is the most unique player that he's ever coached. Yeah, doesn't go up top for dunks. Not much of a shooter. But he rebounds. It almost seems like Charles Barkley-like when you're that small and can get that many rebounds. And can get to the line. Johnson climbs the ladder to get it back. Rupert playing with 2 fouls amongst the trees. Out comes Drake. Penn as the Bulldogs slow it down.
That was a nice tip by Brody. You reward your big guy when he does something like that. Get him the ball.
Stand Southern Illinois.
Rupert, number 4, is in with 2, as you mentioned. He's got a big personality. He's a big body as well. He wants to play. He looks a little angry out there right now.
Jones to end the drought. Way off. Approaching 5 minutes without a point for Southern Illinois. And off the back of the rim.
Because of their lack of size, Southern Illinois doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds. I mean, they're playing 3-guard lineup the whole time. And when they shoot outside deep, that can be a problem for them.
That's a Saluki turnover. So what has changed from the opening couple of minutes where Southern Illinois was getting good shots?
I think they were juiced up to play, and I think a little bit of fatigue from last night has set in already. I mean, I'm not saying that they're totally tired or they're not going to compete. They will. And they could win, obviously, still, with motivation from that man. But I think sometimes the adrenaline before a game, you know, you're playing the 2 seed, it's a big crowd, and, you know, all that.
DeVries, master of the mid-range.
He's... Check a look at his shoes. See, I got new shoes on today, and you know, you
I didn't even notice. I didn't comment on them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, look,
I'm a bad partner.
Yeah. Well, Evan noticed them, and Ken Mack, our producer, noticed them. But those are. You can go out at night and still be lit up with those shoes that he's got on.
I know Evans' kicks got the attention of a few people courtside. I saw that earlier today. Jones with big bodies on the interior. Can't get it to drop. DeVries steps into a long ball. Oh, yeah.
Pink shoes and all. Man, is he fired up.
Tucker DeVries.
Here's my dip.
Yes, sweet! Did you bring your 7-layer dip?
Yeah, but it's just 7 layers of beans.
Resourceful. Or did you invite all your friends to watch your favorite team?
They're losing, but that's okay.
So sweet, so unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you pretend to like sports or your girlfriend's dad would like you better?
What? No, I love sports.
Me too.
Everyone's done something that deserves a Dr. It's what you deserve.
Welcome back to St. Louis. You guys teed it up nicely, and I don't think Tucker DeVries was anywhere close to being born when Spike Lee made his famous commercial, "It's Gotta Be the Shoes," but he believes in that philosophy. Guys, this is only the 5th time he's worn those shoes. The 4 previous times, he's had nearly career highs, including back-to-back 32-point games earlier this season. He told us yesterday, I'm keeping these as long as we keep playing. But he's got them out of in the closet for some big games.
As I say, save them for the big ones. That's a unique and interesting philosophy with it, but it's working, so who's to argue with it? Amen. Johnson to end the run. Wow. Whoa.
That ball hit the side of the backboard.
And it's been a drought that's lasted over 6 minutes. And maybe it can end at the free throw line. Lance Jones.
They are small with Jones and Newton and Johnson in at the same time. But that's their normal lineup with Rupert and Damask. And Damask not very much involved.
See right there the extended run and the extended drought that finally ends at the free throw line with Jones connecting on the first of 2. The last foul on Connor Enright is his 2nd, so he heads out. Starts back in. Southern Illinois that raced out to the lead in this game, and Drake absolutely clamped down to build a double-digit lead. Penn, body, gets it back, fires, and it's...
Wow. You talk about experience. Jones tried to take the charge, fell to the floor. Penn took advantage.
And that might be the best way sometimes to officiate. Instead of like a flop, just take a charge and they don't call it. You're out of the play. Johnson stepped on the sideline. All Drake late in the first half. Enright fired up. He's gotten a lot of help. DeVries in his shoes. Up 16.
PBR Unleash the Beast on CBS Sports Network. Old Trapper Beefs. Tough snacks.
Out here, nothing comes easy. That's why you gotta be tough. The truck, it's tough. My crew, definitely tough. But Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Oh, it's a puppy.
This is Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. Take the summer off. 200 milligrams of caffeine, electrolytes, and 0 sugar. Start fast with Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen, girl.
Voltaren, the joy of movement.
My advice in this one very specific case is to definitely put all your Reese's eggs in one basket. And that your basket be enormous. Oh, and that your basket have wheels so you can roll it around from place to place.
March Madness is almost here. Who's in? Who's out? The answers are revealed on the March Madness Selection Show, March 12th on CBS.
It was 9-0 SIU, 33-8 Drake since. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Brett Stover, Wally Zerbiak, Renee Montgomery, Jerry Palm, standing by in the New York studio. They'll get you caught up on all the day's news and highlights. Exciting game one of the semis here in St. Louis. It's coming up on AT&T at the half. Moments ago, Evan Washburn with Brian Mullins of Southern Illinois.
Coach, understanding it's never one thing, but what needs to happen for you guys to get back in this game?
We got to limit their threes. I think they got 5 or 6 threes right now, so we got to be able to have a better three-point defense.
Marcus Damask, no points so far. What's holding him up?
I thought he's got some good looks. You know, he's a talented player, so they'll fall for him.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, he is right about two things. One is that Drake is 6 for 9 from three-point range, and that is fantastic. And of course, Damask is 0 for 3.
And out of the stop action, he's used that floater a couple of times. Hasn't dropped this time. It's been over 7 minutes since Southern Illinois has made a field goal.
Yeah, and they're not getting good shots. You got to credit Drake's defense doing a very, very good job. And not getting any second shots either because of their lack of size.
Brody says no. Blocks it out of bounds. Brody is not your friend.
Nice job there. He's not a guy who elevates that much, but he was the second guy back on that one.
Zoom off the inbounds. Brody contests off the front rim. Brody skies.
That was good because he challenged it, then got back for the rebound. That is very difficult to do.
Lost over 20 pounds in the offseason. It worked. He was on the Valley most improved team this season. DeVries fade away from the elbow. It's perfect.
They are getting quality shots. And DeVries is on fire.
12 on 5 of 8 shooting.
That's why he's the Larry Bird Player of the Year in the Missouri Valley.
Has to be one of the best awards in college basketball. A whistle on a foul as Damask was curling around.
Watch the dribble. 2 single screens for him. Gives him just enough room to make that shot. If he doesn't get those 2 single screens and somebody's on him, it's just a pass off to the sideline. Good teamwork.
One great actions to get him going.
Sturts. Look at Sturts' defense on Damask. Now they switch. Wilkins on him. Now they come and double team him.
Yeah, he throws it away out of bounds. Southern Illinois thinks that DeVries touched it. The officials come together.
They're right.
They're right. Reverse the call. Just 4 to shoot.
But you noticed how 3 people were involved in guarding him that time?
Yeah.
Right here. Nice slow-mo camera. DeVries hit it off his fingers. 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Damask off the curl, 1 to shoot, gets it off. There's his first field goal. But they'll look at it to see if it was off in time.
I watched him in a game earlier this year, and he can shoot from deep. This is a pull-up jumper from 3 feet beyond the arc.
Like that one should count for the 3-time All-Missouri Valley Conference standout, Marcus Damask. Taking a little bit of time to look.
That's good.
And that's one of those where we could tell in one look.
Right.
Certain with two.
And I think that's what people have to understand. You know, you're watching on television, the technology is so great, the camera's so great. These guys in the striped shirts have to call that, you know, instantaneously. They don't have the advantage. I just wish we could do all of those things a little quicker. Roman Penn under control as always. Sturts aggressive as always. And DeVries scoring as always.
Is Brody screening as always? There's a foul on Xavier Johnson. That's his second.
I would guess that Brody, if you big guys with his body size usually set a lot of screens. So I would guess that if you said, okay, who are the top 5 screen setters in the Missouri Valley, he might be in that group.
I'm sure there's a coach in the Valley that is charted screen assists for at least their team. Hub of the offense at the free throw line holding the ball. DeVries, of course, bodies around him.
Sturts is not going to shoot that jumper from out there.
Size mismatch, double. Brody doesn't care.
Wow. Impressive.
Drake's been impressive all half.
Indeed. We're getting a Brody chant by the assembled Drake.
Very energetic crowd. Brody almost blocked that one. Instead, it snuck up and in and on. Clarence Rupert, who had 2 early fouls. That's a big basket there.
Well, they're behind a lot, so he has to be in the game. Brian Mullins was talking about a lot of the Division I transfers and the different guys that he brought in. And when he was talking about Rupert, he talked about what a big personality he has. Constantly talking out there.
Of course, Rupert was on that St. Peter's team a season ago, the first ever 15 seed to make the Elite 8, part of what makes this month the best.
Well, I hope John Calipari's not listening. Does that bring back bad memories for him?
A couple of fan bases, some big-time fan bases along the way. I got disappointed. And around and in. Again, that elbow, one-handed shot has been his go-to today.
It really has, and it's been his go-to his whole career. He is Mr. Mid-range. Look at under the basket. It's totally clear.
Finally get it under the three-point line with just 10 to shoot. Newton lines it up. Can't knock it down. Impressed of the rebounding of Brody. Just 8 seconds.
DeVries came all the way from the other side of the court to double Damask.
Leaning three. High off back iron. Brody's tip is short, and that'll do it. Or a first half. SIU led it 9-0. After that, Drake exploded and lead it by 16 at halftime. Looking to get to the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game for the 3rd straight season. Let's go to Evan.
Coach, plenty of discussion about Southern Illinois' defense, but you guys were locked in on that end in the first half.
Well, it's time for the player profile brought to you by State Farm. And yeah, the Larry Bird Trophy Award winner, Tucker DeVries. Tonight, 12 points, 5 of 9 shooting. Interesting, one of the things that his dad, Darren DeVries, mentioned, his offseason challenge was to work on his body. Become a little bit more slim, quicker, better to get to the basket, and we're seeing the complete game thanks to that slight body change.
Well, he's dedicated. I'm sorry, he's dedicated, that's for sure. And, you know, he has a coach who's a great coach in his dad, so he's going to be a pro.
Southern Illinois missed out of the gate. Let's check in with Evan Washburn.
I spoke with Brian Mullins. Offensively, he wants to see his guys attack the paint more. Felt like they settled for threes, 1 for 10 after that 3-for-3 start. And defensively, just like you mentioned, we spoke in-game, it's all about defending the three when dealing with this Drake squad.
Well, Southern Illinois gets a much-needed poke away in their first defensive possession of the second half.
Rupert wants the back end.
Against Brody, he's giving up size, but he's strong himself. And get a steal off the inbounds. The mask for Rupert. There it is for Southern Illinois, just what they needed.
What a great start. Their fan base has come alive as well.
4 quick points. Changes the flow of the game. DeVries pulls his way inside, but can't finish.
The mask on the boards. Had 4 rebounds, now 5.
Jones creates space with the dribble and connects. 6 straight for SIU.
Wonder about a timeout here. DeVries knows that his team is experienced, wants movement.
Roman Penn gets it back.
Wilkins has not had many looks. They need some outside shooting here. It can't just be DeVries.
Then it's 7 in the first half. Looks at the shot clock, says 5. Says have to do the fadeaway. Brody the O-board. 1 power dribble. Second chance off. And Xavier Johnson digs it out.
Quickness over size on that one.
Jones turns on the Jets and gets hacked. He'll head to the line, and Southern Illinois has come out of the gates on fire.
You don't win 23 games and have any give up in you. They are 23-9. They're the 3 seed in this tournament. The 1 seed has already advanced to the final. Drake would like to be the 2 seed to join them, but Lance Jones and his teammates have some other things in mind right now. They have come out of the halftime talk on fire.
First foul on Brody. You remember your best halftime speech you ever gave?
I didn't give any good ones.
Okay, it was just, guys, go out there and play hard. Try.
No. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things you do, and
first not a speech.
When you're behind, it's like they were by 16. It's motivational in nature. You know, it's not technical in nature. Other times when it's this, close game either way, sometimes it's technical stuff that you really get into. But I doubt that that was part of Mullins' speech.
And Penn ends the run from Southern Illinois, and then a foul on this end. It's on Garrett Sturtz. First on Garrett Sturtz out of Newton, Iowa. Former walk-on Sturtz to the most games in Missouri Valley Conference history.
He can guard people.
Off the screen, Jones off balance. Kick that leg out. And we're going to say the foul is on the contest of Penn.
Wow, DeVries does not like that. He doesn't get that fired up that much. This is a James Harden play right here. He kicks that out. That should be a foul on a shooter. Whoa. I can't believe they're not looking at this unless they can't.
That's a big pivot point instead of an offensive foul. 3 free throws for Jones.
See Penn over here talking to the official, and he's explaining he kicked it out, but he's not doing it in a way that embarrasses the official.
So Jones, a 76% free throw shooter. And if he sees that ball go through, our shooters are only 28% from 3 this year, but it's high volume. He will launch.
Oh yeah, and launch from deep.
It was 18, the lead for Drake. Now it's just 8. Sturge crosses, spins, pivots, hooks, off the front rim. Rupert chases and vacuums up the rebound.
I was impressed with Rupert's feet on that play. His movement side to side on a quick guy like Sturge was very impressive. Lateral quickness for a guy 6'9", 240.
The mask has been relatively quiet. All Valley first team. Off the back rim. Rupert gets the O board. Johnson, yes! Just a 5-point game.
Johnson, very high, very net, 41-36.
This is bracket week, presented by Kubota.
My advice in this one very specific case is to definitely put all your Reese's eggs in one basket, and that your basket be enormous. Oh, and that your basket have wheels, so you can roll it around from place to place.
Out here, you're more than just a landowner. You're a gardener, a landscaper, a hunter. Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment. More goes into it, so you get more out of it.
Gatorade Fit. Fitness starts from the inside out. Get healthy, real hydration. And no added sugar, artificial sweeteners, or added colors. Gatorade Fit. Healthy, real hydration today helps you fuel tomorrow.
I didn't want to get into credit cards. I didn't know anything about it, and it felt very risky to me. But my friend told me about the Chime Credit Builder card, and it was crazy. I didn't have to worry about interest, fees, credit checks. My score's up 80 points. Join me at Chime.com.
I love that we both got an awesome network and save money doing it.
I know, $25. I love that it's guaranteed for 3 years.
Hey, we're sitting on a sign here.
Switch and get Welcome Unlimited for $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. Verizon.
Old Trapper beefs. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
What about the clear bag?
That shows you exactly what you're getting. Savory beef. Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan. I'm their
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
Tomorrow morning, 7 Eastern, head with CBS Sports Network across the Atlantic for an SPFL battle. St. Mirren takes on tabletopper Celtic on CBS Sports Network. What a turnaround since halftime. Southern Illinois scored 13 of 15.
Salukis came out on fire and determined. Rupert, the big man, scores 4 points in like 3 seconds. Then gets an offensive rebound and kicks it out to Johnson, who knocks in a 3. Very, very impressive indeed.
And that run to start the first half, it's played itself out here in the second half. See if it can sustain itself. They hit a wall in that first half, a large drought for over 10 minutes without a field goal.
Well, they're feeling good about themselves right now.
Roman Penn bangs it off the backboard. Gets fouled after the line.
When they get in trouble, he's the guy that they rely on. There's no doubt about that.
Xavier Johnson picks up the foul. Drake clinging to a 5-point lead.
Over the years, I've seen what loyalty can do for business. These people have helped me build this company from the ground up. And I want them to know how much I value their commitment. So I'm doing what I can to help secure their future. Because true loyalty goes both ways.
New Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X are designed to outperform. Engineered by Titleist scientists. Manufactured in Titleist golf ball plants. And validated by the best players in the world. The new Pro V1 and Pro V1X. The most advanced, best performing golf balls we've ever made.
Your morning coffee. Hot, delicious, comforting. But by the third or fourth cup, your stomach might not feel so good. If that sounds like you, replace your afternoon cup with 5-Hour Energy. It's perfect for when you're feeling coffeeed out. Coffee in the morning, 5-Hour Energy after. Your stomach will thank you. Discover 5-Hour Energy.
Find your beat, your moment of calm. Find your potential, then own it. Support your immune system with a potent blend of nutrients and emerge your best every day with Emergency.
4 delicious pieces of chocolate. 3 crisp wafers. 2 layers of sweet Kit Kat filling. 1 incredible break. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Now served up in birthday cake.
CBS Sports celebrates Women's History Month, recognizing the outstanding contributions of women and girls that they have made on and off the field of play. And when you think of women in the Missouri Valley Conference, of course, Southwest Missouri State guard Jackie Stiles has to come to mind from 97 to 2001. And then a Women's Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2016. How about this, Coach? 3,393 career points, at the time the most ever by a Women's Division I player. That record was later broken by Kelsey Plum of Washington, but Jackie Stiles, quite a resume for Southwest Missouri State. 4th overall pick in the 2001 WNBA draft. Quite a legacy in the Missouri Valley Conference. Southern Illinois and Drake.
Drake is 1 for 5 in the second half. Not very good. Southern Illinois 4 for 6. So obviously that's why we got this 13-2 gap. Enright is in, number 4, to give them speed, as is Calhoun. They did a great job in the first half. Calhoun was 2 of 2 from downtown. Enright, number 4. He's going to pick up Jackson full court and now drops back. Calhoun fired up to play. He's guarding Damask.
Damask, top scorer for Southern Illinois.
Rupert's out there trying to give screens.
Xavier Johnson attacks the closeout. Behind the back to Rupert. Dazzling display.
8 points for Rupert. He was limited in the first half because of the 2 fouls early.
The 4 run for the Salukis.
Side versus speed here.
Jones held up. Penn off the front rim, gets it back. And a chance to reset. Coach Darren DeVries says Roman Penn quite often just bails me out, makes me look good. We're in the wrong play. There's a bump on DeVries and a foul called on SIU.
Behind the back. Easy finish. Credit the pass. Xavier, nice play. Woo.
Hey, that pass looked easy. 9th dime of the game. Last foul on Lance Jones, his first. DeVries off the pin down, fires back rim.
ISO.
Rupert wanted it. Drop step spin. Great defense by Ferguson. Newton instead. Can't get the leaner. Retrieves. That's just not comfortable.
No, he lost the handle right there. That was it. He was going to go to the basket.
Squares up. Rip through. Teardrop. True.
That looked more like him.
2019 Wisconsin Mr. Basketball, Marcus Damask. Only 5 points. He averages 17.
Man, does he change the pace of the game for these guys. Did it in the first half. Now at a critical time, takes it all the way in. Sturts is in right now for DeVries. I think DeVries needs a little bit of a blow. And now you got some real quickness in the game. Sturts and Calhoun and Connor Enright, all quick players who can take it to the paint.
On the flip side, an issue for the Salukis. Xavier Johnson is 4 fouls. So Trent Brown comes in, the starting lead guard. Johnson, wow, in dire foul trouble. Brown turns it down. Jones and Enright do battle. High screen, step back. Jones, 3. Halfway down. Wilkins retrieves the rebound.
Boy, you can just sense the pace going more.
Zigzag move to the rim. Ferguson, step back, count it. And that pace, you mentioned it, Coach. They turn on a switch.
Yep. You do it with personnel.
It's like 2 different teams.
Yep. Nice to have 2 different teams, right?
Cut down to 3. Drake back up 8. Jones tiptoes off the body of Mula.
Enright again, defensively.
There's that pace. Pushed once again. Enright. Drake slows it down.
Ferguson can run too, number 24.
Starts across the lane, floats it in.
What a change. What a great decision by Coach DeVries.
Only player in Drake history with 1,200 points, 900 rebounds. Garrett starts at 6'3". The mask can't end the run.
Takes out his 2 best players. Changes pace completely.
Enright calls for Ferguson. Attacks right of the lane.
Wilkins hasn't gotten a look.
Enright over the contest. That was a difficult shot, and Mula boxes out and inhales the rebound. Jones blows past everybody. Lance Jones, who averages 14 per game, has 16. The way the pace has been the last couple of minutes, you can see some longer strides now as perhaps a little bit tired, overdue for a stoppage. There's a floater for Garrett Sturts.
Well, Penn and DeVries are getting rest right now, and they clearly needed it. Wilkins left his man Banks to double on the mask. There he goes again.
The mask was not seeing single coverage. To the corner, Brown 3, well short. Calhoun, a leaning 3 off the front iron. Ferguson chases but can't corral it. It belongs to Southern Illinois up next. First it was the blow by Lance Jones. He's a shooter but can also get to the rim. On the other end, Garrett Sturtz finding ways to contribute. State Farm, Missouri Valley Conference Semifinals.
It's time to bring balance to business travel and discover the equilibrium that works for you. At National, you're in control. Skip the counter, choose any car in the aisle, and manage your rental right from the app. So you can mix work with leisure, or leisure with work, giving you the control to find the perfect balance. Go National, go like a pro.
What's your favorite part of a Kit Kat bar? The chocolate?
Nope, the inside.
The wafers?
No, the stuff in between the wafers.
Ah, the in-between stuff.
Have a break, have a Kit Kat, and try a bigger bite with Big Cat.
Check it out. Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
We should probably drink these fast.
Interesting piece. Let me bring in my expert.
So many scratches.
Those are from my car keys.
Such a rich history. This won't do well at auction, but at AT&T, it's worth a brand new Samsung Galaxy S23.
Wait, really? What about this?
AT&T's deal is back. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S23 with a Galaxy phone trade-in. Any year, any condition.
You're watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota. Southern Illinois cut it to a 3-point deficit, but the experienced Drake Bulldogs had the answer.
Well, what happened was DeVries put in substitutes, and Connor Enright, number 4, was the catalyst behind it. Ferguson off the bench, and Garrett Sturtz had been on the bench, even though he's a starter. So those guys got in with Calhoun and increased the pace of the game. He had taken out Penn and his son, and they exploded. And now he's got his starters back in the game.
Almost feel like the lineups with Enright and Ferguson should have like a nickname, like the Night Shift or the Race Cars or something, because it really does feel like a whole different team when those two come in and control the pace.
Absolutely. Increase the pace. DJ Wilkins, number 0, has been in the entire time, but has not gotten any good looks, and he's a very good three-point shooter. 1,300 points, something like that in his career.
Jones in and out crossover, delivers back to Banks, launches a 3, too strong. And Wilkins, you mentioned not getting the 3-point looks, but he's still contributing on the glass.
Yeah, and defensively too. His quickness can match some of the guys he's guarding here.
Sturtz, line drive runner, front rim, Brody, physical to get the O board. Penn finds Brody. Muscles, Penn gets it back with the left.
Wow. Right place, right time. Give Brody some credit, too. He kept that play alive. Sturtz on Demansky.
It's the starting group for Drake.
And that guard Lula way away. Brody stays in the paint. Good strategy if when the ball gets to the paint he can do something defensive. That's offensive.
You're right on the money. Called an offensive foul.
He pushed off with his left arm as he was going to the basket. A lot of times you can get away with that. Right here, watch Roman Penn come into the picture here. Right place, right time, 2 points.
Drake looking to make it 3 straight trips to the Valley Championship game. Bradley awaits 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on CBS.
Look at this matchup. You got a 6'7" guy, D'Amico, on Penn.
DeVries can't pay off the possession. Jones had nowhere to go. Floats it out to the three-point line. Juwan Newton. Woo.
That was some quickness by Wilkins there.
Backdoor, Wilkins got a ball on it. Newton dives, but can't stay in. That's the defensive effort for the Bulldogs and Wilkins.
That was some quickness. Both guys. Newton was very quick as well. Backdoor cut. He hits it off his knee. Great effort. He was out of bounds right there, and it went out of bounds again.
Hang that elbow, too. Let's go to Evan.
Guys, we mentioned how this bench has improved this year for Drake. Well, the defense has as well. Maybe not as many steals, maybe not as athletic or dynamic, but Darren DeVries told us, look, our team defense, we're better connected. It's improved on that end, and you see it here in these critical moments.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes you look at the stocks numbers, steals and blocks, but that doesn't tell you the story of what makes a great half-court defense.
Yeah, and connected is a word that coaches use quite a lot, and it means that you're guarding the ball well, and then when you're not, you got time.
Say it with your chest. The folks who have traveled from Des Moines, Janton Brody to the big for the Bulldogs. He rips down the rebound.
Sturts again involved.
A block shot by Troy D'Amico. Poke it. The officials discuss, and it belongs to Southern Illinois. Brody, loud, and delivering daggers as Drake is counterpunched and back in control.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Isn't that your car?
That could have been bad.
The majority of my patients with sensitivity, I see irritated gums and weak enamel. Sensodyne sensitivity gum and enamel relieves sensitivity, helps restore gum health, and rehardens enamel. I'm a big advocate of recommending things that I know work.
And what if I want a new car?
State Farm's here to help.
What if I want a new career? Keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing it really quick, keep bouncing it again, keep run and bounce it, keep bounce it, keep bounce it, keep bounce it again, keep bounce real quick. Feel free to jump in. Keep bounce it again, keep bounce it again.
At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's take a look at the game summary brought to you by AT&T 5G.
Points in the paint, 22-16. Fairly even for a small team like Southern Illinois, but the field goal percentage in favor of Drake. They've been a little bit more efficient in their offensive play.
Coach Bob Wenzel, Chris Lewis here with you. So, all right, Southern Illinois, they're in a danger part of the game because Brody for Drake has been such a force on the interior.
Yeah, he's got 13 rebounds and 8 points, and this guy is a monster. 6'10", 275 pounds. And he has done some repetitive jumping as well as scoring. And you can see that here. He jumps 2 or 3 times, keeps it alive. And right here, when he goes hard to the basket, it is a dunk. Darnell Brody from Newark, New Jersey, transfer from Seton Hall, been here for a few years. They have needed him in this game, and he has responded. Clear out on the right.
Active hands, Garrett Sturtz with that deflection that I know every coach likes to track.
Interesting here, there is no center in the game for Southern Illinois, so Brody has to guard D'Amico, who's 6'7", but kind of a 4-man type. He's at the top of the key.
And they run the action to target Brody on the pick and pop to create space in the lane, but it doesn't result in a bucket.
No, and Johnson's been off a little bit in this game. He's made some good plays because he's such an intelligent player. That's good D by Newton on Penn.
Penn gets it again. Crossover step back. Declined to shoot it.
Shot clock
just at 5. Somebody has to launch. Sturtz spins all the way. Pretty move for Garrett Sturtz.
A sense of the clock. A sense of where you are.
Spin cycle was gorgeous.
And look at him working like crazy on a superstar player.
The officials take a timeout here.
The drive to the basket, the spin, and the easy layup. Garrett Sturtz knows how to play basketball. Wow. Perfect timing. Slides between 2 players, just lays it in. Leading rebounder in the history of Drake basketball at 6'3".
Not bad for a former walk-on. Mask was a little bit ginger on that last sequence.
Well, Evan had talked to us earlier in the game about the fact that he had turned his ankle, and he's been less than his norm today, and maybe that's been the issue. He turned his ankle there.
Hate to see that for Southern Illinois. Down 16. Rupert to try to get closer, and Brody gobbles it up. 6 minutes left.
Back to the 16-point lead that they had at the half.
Penn has to switch against the big, takes the fadeaway off the front of the rim.
Rupert's open deep. Rupert is open deep.
Didn't see him. Jones uses that arm to create space. Step back 3. And that kind of night for Southern Illinois.
15 boards for Brody. He looks a little winded right now. 16 rebounds, excuse me.
Hard to believe he had just 1 rebound in 19 minutes in the quarterfinal against Murray State. DeVries way too strong.
Wow, air ball.
Don't see that much. Under 5. Saluki's down 16. A possession that's taking a lot of time.
They're trying to get Jones one-on-one, but
Sturtz making another heady play, knocking it away. 1 to shoot from half court. Shot clock violation.
Great hustle, both guys.
He's a dog, Garrett Sturtz.
Let's take a look at what happens right here. It's going to be on the sideline. Sturtz is guarding him. He goes down the sideline. I don't even think that would. I mean, he just pivoted. Wow.
And he really didn't have it from the very beginning. He tried to tough it out on the glass, 7 boards, with just 5 points.
Little weave action right here. The basket is clear when this happens, and now you can drive it.
Pocket pass. Brody spins. Rolls off the front of the rim, gets it back, and then poked away. Rupert didn't give up. Big, who can dribble it down the floor himself and initiate offense. Jones scoops high off glass.
He's got a scorer's mentality. I don't think there's any doubt about that with Jones. But right now, when you're down this many points and you've got a pressure, it takes a lot out of you.
They have one more run. Maybe it starts with the offensive foul on Tucker DeVries. This is first. Drake trying to hold on and get to the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game for the 3rd straight season.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Team, I need a volunteer. We need promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes promotional product success easy. For high-quality items, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text-to-emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That is stoic in that varsity jacket. Strutting as Drake has the 14-point lead. Coming up next, join our college basketball experts in the studio. Actually, check it. We'll take a look at the CBS Sports Network's last 2 regular season hoops matchups as Davidson takes on Rhode Island, followed by Wyoming visiting the 18th ranked San Diego State Aztecs. All right, take a look at the Mountain West in the top part of it.
Well, San Diego State has been in the rankings all year long. They're clearly going to be a 5 or 6 seed. Utah State, a little bit on the bubble. Boise and Nevada, I think, are in terms of Jerry Palm. And New Mexico has had a couple of bad losses in the last 2 weeks, and I think they've kind of played their way out of it. But it's been a great league this year and last year.
The Mountain West tournament next week. You have the quarterfinals, semifinals on CBS Sports Network, championship game on CBS. That'll be crazy in Vegas. And there's an offensive foul called on Southern Illinois.
17 rebounds for that guy in your picture. Not that guy, but Darnell Brody, that guy. 17 boards. That is doing some work. And he is 6'10", 275 pounds. And he has made a big impact on this game.
Xavier Johnson is fouled out. He committed that last foul, so he is done. 6 points, 2 of 8 shooting.
It's been a balanced thing with Drake in this game, and that's fantastic for them. So they don't, they can't count on DeVries and Penn to do all the scoring every single game. So this was a good test against the number 3 team. And typically at the end of the game is what Penn does, those kind of plays. When they're ahead, he really becomes more effective.
Well, if you're Drake and you have the Larry Bird Conference Player of the Year and DeVries, he can go an entire half without a point. You build your lead. I mean, that goes to show you how dangerous they are as they get closer to a meeting against Bradley for the Missouri Valley Championship.
Good point. Wilkins has been absent from the offense as well.
A lot of Penn and a lot of Brody. Count the basket and one. Exclamation point for Drake.
Double-double. 10 points, 17 boards.
His second double-double this season against Southern Illinois. Look to see where the foul was relative to the shot clock. And did he get it off? You can see Brody clearly clamoring for it. You can see from this angle.
Well, it was out of his hand from that shot clock for sure.
Clearly the foul before the shot clock hit 0.
Well, we had the Duke Virginia situation a couple of weeks ago that was pretty controversial, and 2 guys went up and Filipowski, and they said the second guy fouled him, which was after the buzzer had sounded.
The ACC apologized after that.
Yes, indeed.
I've emerged from the monitor and I believe announced that basketball counts.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that was pretty clear.
What a game for Darnell Brody. 3rd year at Drake after a couple at Seton Hall, where he played 13 games in 2 years.
He's developed beautifully with his opportunity here.
Ten points, career high, 17 rebounds, 5 of them offensive rebounds for some extra possessions. Brown catches low, rises high, and rattles it down. Not bad from Trent Brown.
That was long also.
Drake.
Man, he got hit in the face twice.
Brody screens, bone crushing. Penn has his options and writes the choice. Wilkins has been quiet.
Nice use of clock.
Penn gets fouled on the reach. Jones reached in. And he gets the foul.
It's shooting. He can toy around with you, can't he? Roman Penn. You get a lead and you just give him the ball and he controls it, doesn't turn it over. Yesterday he had 16 points, 10 assists, 1 turnover.
15-point game, 1:43 left. No bounce there. Almost start to turn the page a little bit and think of Drake Bradley meeting number 3 for the conference championship. Of course, those 2 met at the end of the regular season at Bradley for the crown that Bradley won.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, it's what people thought would happen. You know, they were thought of as the 2 best teams in the league. They got plenty of challenges, close games, runs by other teams, and you know, they're playing 20 league games now. So I don't envision, you know, any 18-2 champs or anything like that. You know, teams are going to lose 4 or 5 games.
Good to see Damask back in there late in the game and exploding off that ankle to dunk it.
10 seconds.
And get it across. You're right. We talked to all these coaches of the winning teams yesterday, and they all kind of commented about the 20-game conference season and how brutal it is and tough with the different styles that you get in this league, and emerging at the end of that healthy and ready to make a run. It is difficult.
Yeah, and you know, it's 12 teams now, which is more than they've ever had. And 2 of the teams that were added, Belmont and Murray, had been, you know, schools with great basketball traditions, and UIC is in Chicago, so they should be able to get it going.
Once a team wins here in St. Louis, they typically do damage in the big dance.
Loyola has done that.
Collision off the air ball. Trent Brown's the one who hits the deck hard. And it is a foul called on Drake. Looks like they might get Wilkins. That is indeed the case.
Air ball, they got tangled up. A non-shooting play. Well, Connor Enright gets around the ball, doesn't he? I mean, when they have it and when they don't have it, I mean, he is Energizer Bunny.
One of the rare times the Mavs not even seeing a double team. They can't make them pay, and a foul called on Brown. So we talked about Drake and Bradley. They've met twice. First meeting, home game for Drake, and they took it to the Braves, dominated it. This game just a week ago, meeting number 2 for the regular season crown. At Bradley with a big second half got the win.
Yeah, and I watched the full game of that. I mean, it was brilliantly done by Bradley, and tight for a while, and they just took control of the game.
Drake's made it to the last 2 championship games, about to be 3 in a row. Losses to Loyola Chicago their previous 2 trips. And they erase the heartbreak and have this experienced team with 25-year-olds, 24-year-olds in the lineup. This is what they came back to do. They came back to either win a regular season or a tournament championship. And they're about to be in a position to get that 20 crown.
Well, Roman Penn exits. You know, you begin to think all the time when you do semifinals in these conference tournaments and what time the games are tomorrow and so on, and you think, well, does Drake have a disadvantage a little bit because they played later in the evening, you know, less than 24 hours to survive, to replenish for the next game?
$2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. The Valley Championship game of Arch Madness. Drake and Bradley. And again, we mentioned once you win here, like your chances in the big tournament, they've combined the conference 20 wins in the last 9 NCAA tournaments.
Yeah, it's been a good run for a bunch of teams, and it really is a terrific basketball conference. And you know, I think the general consensus is that there's only going to be one this year. Whoever wins tomorrow gets the automatic qualifying, and a lot of people feel that there's not going to be any others.
Davidson, Rhode Island, that'll be streaming on CBSSports.com and on the CBS Sports app. We'll take you out there as soon as this one is done, and that tip-off at 8:10 Eastern as the Atlantic 10 winds down before their conference tournament in Brooklyn.
I'm looking forward to that. I'll be there doing the games there, and Barclays is a great center. How about those 2 guys? They've been together forever.
And this is a lineup that they can put a starting 5 together that is older than a handful of starting 5s in the NBA. 25-year-olds, 24-year-olds, guys who have been here a long time. D'Amico, third chance. Rewarded with a foul. He'll head to the line. course, Drake, the previous 4 years. As always, the images of March, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's Jones. He gave it his all. I think all the Salukis did. They came in here really juiced up. They were electric to start the game, and then they were down big at halftime by 16, and they came out fired up like crazy and got right back into the game. And I just kind of think they ran out of gas, and the execution of Drake is always good offensively. And I think the move that DeVries made, where he put in the substitutes that were added quickness to his lineup in the first and second half, and even yesterday, was brilliant. And I think something that we're going to see tomorrow as well.
Well, it's a good year for Southern Illinois. Won 20 games for the first time since 2016-2017. But Drake going back to a familiar spot, the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game for the third straight season. (65-52). They knock off the 3 seed Southern Illinois, setting up a meeting with Brad.